I think he has given a clear summary of what we have completed in resonance. So, in resonance, the second type of electron movement is resonance effect. But before we start discussing about resonance effect, we should know what is the meaning of resonance. That is why we started with the discussion of resonance structures. So, resonance is a phenomenon in which a molecule is having more than one representation. So we took a simple example of benzene and we found that benzene has got two different structures. So these two structures are called resonance structures, or other names are canonical structures or contributing structures. So actual structure of benzene will be hybrid of these two structures. That is how the resonance and the actual structure is difference, like the difference between the resonating structures and actual structure. And we took another example of nitromethane also, where you can see a shift in the double bond, position of the double bond happen, and you got two different resonating structures or canonical forms. Then we started discussing about different features of resonance and the resonance structures. The first point what we discussed was always the compound, the actual structure of the compound will have lowest energy than any of the canonical structure. Okay, if a compound has got 4 or 5 different resonance structures, but the actual energy of the compound, the structure of that compound will have the lowest energy than any of those resonance structures. Then we discussed or we defined resonance energy. Resonance energy is the difference between the energy of the molecule, the actual molecule, with the lowest energy resonating structure. That difference is known as resonance energy. So we took an imaginary example of compound A with 4 different resonating structure. That is what we took yesterday, and we took some imaginary values as well for these different energy for the 4 different structures. And then the difference between the energy, actual energy of A with the low, say example, the first structure has got the lowest energy among 1, 2, 3 and 4, and the difference between these two is known as the resonance energy. That means difference in energy between the actual structure and the lowest energy resonance structure is called resonance stabilization energy, or simply we call it as resonance energy. That was, I think, that last point we discussed. The third point is that when a compound, when a molecule has got more the number of important contributing structures, more is the resonance energy. Say example, for a compound A, as we discussed, it has 1, 2, 3, 4 different resonance structure. But maybe for other compound B, you have only 1 and 2 resonating structures. So in such cases, the resonance energy will be more for A because it has got more number of resonance structures or canonical forms. So more the number of contributing structures, more is the resonance energy. So this will be applicable especially when you're dealing with the stability of the compound, because energy is always related to the stability. So this will be applicable when you discuss a lot of questions related to aromatic compounds next year, because this year you're not learning about reactions of aromatic compound. So next year it will be of more helpful, like learning all these points. Okay. So that is the third point. When a compound or the molecule has got more number of resonance structures or contributing structures, then its resonance energy also will be more than the one with the less number of contributing structures. And the last point that is also very important and will be useful next year in explaining the organic stability of different organic compounds and intermediates, that says that resonance is particularly important when the contributing structures are equivalent in energy. That means when we draw the structure for benzene, we know that it is equivalent. Resonance structures mean we always use double-sided, double-headed arrows. Okay, that indicates resonance. So you can draw resonance of structures of benzene in this way. And we know that these two structures of benzene is equivalent. So when you have an equivalent structures for resonance for a molecule, then the resonance is more important than you have a compound, say for a compound A, you have structures which has got difference in energy. Say example, first one has got 100 kilojoule per mole and second one is having 200 kilojoule per mole. Like that, if the two different or three different resonance structures got a lot of difference in the energy in different structures, then the resonance is not much important. The resonance is important or very like more prominent in the cases where resonating structures has got almost the same or equivalent energy. That is the case where the resonance is more important. That is what you can see in the case of benzene. The benzene structure, you can see they are equivalent in energy because they are identical, and in these cases resonance is more important or is an important factor explaining the property of the compound. So in benzene, resonance is important because its resonating structures have got equal energy or equivalent energy. There are some other compounds where there are difference in the energy of resonating structures. In such cases, resonance is not an important factor explaining their property. So that is what they meant by the fourth point. Resonance is particularly important when the contributing structures are equivalent in energy. Am I clear? Is that clear, boys?
Yes, ma'am. It's clear.
Okay. Anyway, you can go through these points, and this is just to give you an idea about what is resonance and its important features. Now let's move to our coming back to our point, that is the second type of electron movement in organic reaction, that is resonance effect. So when you look into inductive effect, in inductive effect, there is a polarity created in this carbon sigma bonds. That is what we see based on the nature of the substituent. Some substituents are electron withdrawing and some substituents are electron donating. Based on that, a polarity is created. In resonance effect also same way you can see there is a polarity produced in the molecule, but here it is not by the, what you can say, it is by the interaction of two bonds or could be between a bond and a lone pair. So the interaction can be between two bonds or it can be between one bond and a lone pair of electron present on adjacent atom. So this way, if two bonds in a molecule in adjacent position reacts or interacts, not reacts, it is interact, or a bond and a lone pair in adjacent position is interacting, then it may lead to the polarity of the molecule. Then that is what known as resonance. So polarity produced in the molecule by the interaction of two bonds or between a bond and a lone pair in the adjacent atom is known as resonance effect. And like inductive effect, it will be transmitted through the chain. And the other name of resonance effect is mesomeric effect. The other name is mesomeric effect. That is why it is designated as R effect or M effect. R stands for resonance effect and M stands for mesomeric effect. So the definition will be more clear when we look into the actual examples. Okay. So resonance means here also a polarity is created due to the interaction between the bonds or between a bond and a lone pair in the adjacent atom. And this effect is transmitted through the carbon chain. It is also known as mesomeric effect. That is why it will be designated as R effect or M effect. So like inductive effect, it is also classified as positive resonance and negative resonance effect. So we will look into the example to understand more of what actually it happens by and how a polarity is produced. Okay, so the first example what we are looking is positive resonance effect, that is plus R effect.
Can you
So
go back to the previous slide for a minute?
in positive and negative resonance effect, the only difference is in the direction in which these electron pairs are transferred, and that can be easily found out from this arrangement. Okay, so when I am explaining and I'll redraw the structures, please make sure that you are also drawing in your notebook to understand it more clearly, because the drawing the structures are very important in resonance. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So in positive resonance effect, you can see benzene. Benzene ring is a 6-membered carbon chain, and where you have alternative single and double bonds. This is what a structure of a benzene is. Okay. The double bond position may change, but it will be like in the opposite single and like alternatively single and double bond. So in a carbon compound, whether it's a long chain or a closed chain, whatever, if you got an alternative single and double bond, such system is known as conjugated system. So conjugated system is an inorganic compound. What they meant by conjugated system means a compound or a molecule in which there is an alternative single and double bond. That is what they meant by conjugated system. So benzene is an example of a conjugated system. You have got alternative single and double bond throughout the chain. Similarly, you can have another compound where this is another example. Like you can see single, double, like that. It's a long chain compound, but yet still it is a conjugated system. So conjugated system means it can be an open chain compound or it can be a closed chain compound, but the single and the double bonds are alternatively arranged in the molecule. Such systems are known as conjugated system. So benzene, that is aromatic compound, is an example of conjugated system because it has alternative single and double bond. Okay, so in positive resonance effect, the atom or the substituent which is attached to the conjugated system. So here benzene is the molecule with conjugated system and NH2 is your substituent. What is the name of this compound? Benzene with NH2. During IUPAC naming, we have discussed this one. What is the name of this compound?
Ma'am, 1-aminobenzene.
1-aminobenzene, or it has got an individual name. A separate name for this compound that is commonly used.
Ma'am, aniline.
Aniline, yeah, it is known as aniline. This is a compound, aniline. It is actually aminobenzene if you want to name it, but the actual name it is used is aniline. Okay, so in aniline, as you can see, there is a lone pair of electrons on nitrogen. These lone pair of electron is being taken away from it and added to the conjugated system. So the direction of the electron transfer is from the substituent towards the conjugated system. That is why it is positive resonance effect. Okay, so when you want to classify a resonance effect as a positive and negative, it is based on the direction in which electron transferring is taking place. Okay, from substituent or the atom, that lone pair of electron is being added to the conjugated system. And when you look into the negative resonance effect, the thing is opposite. The double bond or the electron pairs from the ring is being given to the substituent atom or group. So the direction where the electron transfer takes place or the interaction happens is from the conjugated system towards the atom. That is why it is negative resonance effect. That is the only difference between positive and negative resonance effect.
So
Okay.
because the atom is accepting an electron, right? That's why it's negative.
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah.
from the bond.
I will explain the structure, but here, how can you classify it as a positive and negative resonance effect is based on the direction in which the electron transfer or the electron movement is taking place. Here, the ring is getting benefited. Your conjugated system is getting additional electron pair. That is why the ring is charge of the ring is negative and it is transmitted. I will explain that in detail. And in the negative resonance effect, it's actually away from the ring. That means the ring is getting positive charge. That is why
Ma'am,
it
I
is
have one
negative.
doubt.
Yeah.
Ma'am, how can we tell how many resonating structures a compound has?
That's how to draw and understand. So that is why I told you I will explain while drawing with drawing, and you have to copy like drawing it in your notebook when I am explaining. Okay. So I just gave you the idea what is a resonance effect, and I've told you there are two types of resonance effect, positive and negative effect, and that is based on in which direction the electron movement is taking place. Okay. Now let's start with the positive inductive effect in detail by taking the example of aniline. So I'm just drawing the structure of benzene first. That is a double bonded system. You can draw in the other way also, but it should be alternative singlet. If you draw it in this way, that is also correct. That means putting the double bond in this direction, that is also correct. In whichever way you are drawing, that is fine. Anything you can draw, any one of the form. Okay, so I have used this one, and you have got NH2, that is a substituent, and that substituent has got a lone pair of electron. So in positive resonance effect, you are actually giving this lone pair towards the ring. Okay, so this is coming over here. Okay, as you can see, carbon in the benzene is already have got 4 bonds. The maximum covalency of carbon is 4, and it was already having 4 bond. To this, if you are adding extra lone pair mean, that is the 5th bond. A pair of electron mean a new bond. So that is not possible. Carbon cannot have 5 bond. That is why one of the bond that will shift its position. I'll repeat. Here the lone pair from NH2 is being added to the first carbon atom, but that carbon was already having 4 bond, so it cannot accept extra. That is why one bond on it is shifting. So what structure you are getting is, here this NH2 now will become positive because it has given its electron, lone pairs of electron. Okay, and this bond and this bond no change, but this has shifted. So this carbon is now has got a negative charge. That is because of the lone pair. So you can just show it as 2 dot also along with the negative, because that is okay, that is because of the lone pair coming from nitrogen of NH2. So this is the change happened. The change is like from lone pair from NH2 is being added to the carbon. That carbon was already having 4 bond, so it cannot accept one more. So that is why a shift is taken place in the position. So now this is the first resonance structure. In the next moment, as I said, this is the actual polarity created. Polarity created due to the interaction between a lone pair and a bond. A lone pair is added to the system and the bond is shifted. This is what resonance effect. But as we know, the second point of resonance effect is that it will be transferred, it will be transmitted through the chain. So that also you need to show how it is be transmitted. Now this lone pair will come over here and this will shift. So the next structure will be This is NH2.
Shall we draw this along with you?
Yeah, then only you will understand. No, that's what. Then only you can ask me the doubts whether you are able to understand, like you are able to follow me, or you got any doubt or something. Okay, check, understand, then draw it. Okay. So here, when this is shifting, here you will get a double bond. Just keep in your mind that a pair of electron mean it is a bond. So a bond is formed over here, and now this has been shifted, mean here you will get a negative charge, and this is already there like that. So this is the second resonance structure where the negative charge is shifted. It is transmitting through the carbon chain. In the next moment, this negative charge will come over here, so that this will shift over here. So that finally you will get a structure where you have a bond over here, but here there is a negative charge. That is NH2 plus. Again, there is one more change you can expect. This negative coming over here. See, here I made a mistake. I forgot to draw a double bond over here. Sorry. Because that is the new bond, right, formed? Because of the lone pair shift.
This happens in the second resonance, right, ma'am?
Sorry?
The double bond in the NH2 will happen in the second resonance, yeah?
Yeah, because first you are showing the shift of electron pair, so that from the second there is a double bond. And in the last, what you will get is the initial arrangement. That is the same as your starting material. That means it will be repeating. Then another cycle starts. Okay. So this is like that. So now here you got your lone pairs back, and this is your normal compound. Again, it will repeat. That means resonance will be repeating. It will not stop. Again, it will be repeating throughout the carbon structure. Okay, so here in positive resonance effect, the lone pair of electron of the substituent group is coming towards your conjugated system. Okay, so in the first step, as you can see over here, the lone pair of nitrogen is coming to this carbon, making a carbon nitrogen double bond. Here you can see there is a double bond. Because of this lone pair has come to this carbon, they have made a double bond. But nitrogen, there is a positive charge has come. And why there is a shift of a bond happen? Because carbon can have maximum 4 bond. It was already having 4, but due to this shift, they just made a change in the position. That is why here you got a negative charge for carbon. So this polarity created, the positive and the negative, the polarity created is known as resonance effect, and that is due to the interaction of a lone pair and a bond. So these interaction created a polarity. This is the resonance effect. But resonance effect will not stay there, like it will be transmitted through the chain, and in the next canonical structures we are explaining how this negative charge is transmitted through the carbon ring. So here you can see in all the canonical structure, negative charge is transmitting through the carbon chain, because here the benefit is for carbon aromatic compound benzene, because the lone pairs have been added towards the conjugated system. So it's only negative charges transmitted through the conjugated system. Am I clear with this? Any doubt in the arrangement structures? Here every time when you have a negative or the lone pair is coming, The arrangement is happening because just to check the number of bonds made by each carbon. That is why the shift is happening, and always maintaining the covalency of carbon as 4. Okay, so that is why the shift is happening, and finally you will get your original form, and then it will repeat. So that is how you will draw the resonating structures for different compounds.
So, ma'am, when we draw the resonance structures, ma'am, should we draw them in when you're drawing the structure, should we do them in a clockwise direction or an anti-clockwise, or does it matter?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, so either ways it can be, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope I'm clear with this.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can I erase this part, then start showing you the negative inductive resonance effect? If you're done, please let me know. All of you done? Clear?
Ma'am, could you please show the previous slide for a second?
This one? Okay, now if you read this slide, then you will get a better idea, because we have explained that part. In the positive resonance effect, the transfer of electron is away from the atom or the substituent group attached to the conjugated system. So from NH2, the electron is taken away. This electron displacement makes certain portion the molecule high electron densities. That is why the negative charge. Negative charge means high electron density. That electron density is being transmitted through the carbon chain. So you can see there are a list of substituents I've given that shows positive resonance effect. Other than NH2, if you have a benzene with chlorine or benzene with OH, etc., will also have the same effect. So all these substituents, halogen, OH, OR, OCOR, NH2, NHR, NR2, NHCOR, that is different derivatives of NH2 compound. All these will show positive resonance effect, and when these substituents are present along with the conjugated system, you can have a positive resonance effect. Okay, is that clear? Anyway, we'll continue the negative resonance next class. Okay, please go through all these things and make sure that you try it drawing when you get a time during the weekend, and get back to me if you have any doubt. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.